In this lecture, I will start coding the small business web page. Let me show you the small business page again. This is the page I will be writing only the HTML markup in this lecture. It is a very simple page. So let us get started. Okay, the very first thing I need to create folder project. Simple business page. I will name it simple business page or small business web page. Inside this folder I need to create some more folders like JS. All of the JavaScript and jQuery files will go inside JS folder, and then CSS is for cascading style sheet. All of the external style sheet files will go inside CSS folder, and then images, I will store all of the images for this web page inside images folder, and then index.html file for writing HTML markup for this page. At this stage we need home page image, so let me copy it from the content folder. This is the image we will need for the home page, so let me copy it and move it to the simple business web page. I will paste it inside the images folder. Okay, this is the content we will be using for this simple business web page. Let me open this simple business web page folder inside brackets editor so we can get started. The index.html file is totally blank, so we have to write the markup from scratch. The very first thing is we need to add the document type, the doc type. After that, the very first element is HTML element. Do you see this is auto completion by the brackets editor. Inside the HTML element we need to write the two important elements, which are head and body elements. Let me write title for this small business web page. The title will be small business page. Okay, let us write some markup inside body tag. I will start writing markup for the header section. This is the way to write comments inside HTML file. Comments are very important and useful. It organizes the HTML document and it really helps while debugging any HTML file. Header element is a new HTML5 element. It defines the header of a document. It contains things like logo, heading, and navigation type of things goes inside header element. Inside the header element I need a main container. Div element divides section into HTML file. Inside the main container I need a single row, and then single row is further divided into column left, div for the column left, and column right. So this is the header element. Inside the header element I added main container, and inside the main container I needed a single row, and this single row is further divided into left column and right column. In the coming lectures I will show you the purpose of this main container and single row. Let us add content inside column left. Okay. Let us add some content on the right column. I will copy some dummy content from the content file and then anchor tag for a link. This hash is used to point to nothing. It will point to nothing. It will stay and remain on the same page. Let me save it and let us see the result of this simple markup in a browser. Okay, this is the result of this simple markup in a browser. Let us move forward. After the header section, we need a separator. I will add the section element. Section element is also just a container. It defines a section in a document. Any web page can be split into multiple sections of content. Inside that, I will add main container. This is the div for the main container. And the same way, I need single row for main container. And inside the single row, I need full column. And I will add HR horizontal rule, which will act as a separator. Let me save it and let us see the result in a browser. This is the separator. Moving forward to next section, which is features. Main container for feature section. Single row for this main container. The feature section will be divided into 3 equal columns. Let us add some content to column 1. Let me copy some content from the content folder. This is a dummy content. And anchor tag for more info. Let me copy this column 1 for the rest of the 2 columns, like column 2, column 3 will be for easy layout. Okay, the feature section has a main container, and main container has a single row, and this single row is further divided into 3 columns, column 1, 2 and 3. Let me save it and let us see the result in a browser. So this is a separator between the header section and the feature section, and the feature section is divided into 3 columns. Let us move forward toward the footer section. Footer element is also a container, and it defines the footer of HTML markup, and it typically contains like copyright information, contact information and terms of use. Let me add main container to this footer element. div for the main container, and the same way single row for this main container, and inside this we need a full column. And let us add some paragraph like copyrights. Let me add some HTML reserved keywords like for copyright. This is the HTML reserved words loso 2016. Let me save it and let us see the result in a browser. So this is the footer section. So this is the result of simple HTML markup page. There is no styling right now. In the coming section you will learn about CSS, and then we will add styling to this simple business web page. So in this lecture you have learned about some new elements like header, section and footer. In the coming sections I will be adding CSS to this simple business web page. See you there. Thanks.